What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez has said some surprising statements lately regarding the rematch between Andy Ruiz Jr. and Anthony Joshua. He says that Anthony Joshua will beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch. Now, the reason this is so surprising is because a lot of people believe that Joshua doesn't have a chance. Joshua's going to get beat easier because, of course, Andy Ruiz, he'll have more time. He will have more time to prep, and he will be at 100% when he fights Anthony Joshua. First of all, let me counterpunch that real quick while I'm on it. Andy Ruiz just got out of a fight. He took 1 week off, people. All right? So he was already prepped to fight. So he had a full training camp before his last fight. Okay? Then he wins that fight. Okay? Then he takes 1 week off, chilled, and came right back to the gym after accepting the AJ fight. So I don't see why people are assuming that Andy Ruiz was like Tyson Fury. Okay, Tyson Fury had years out of the ring prior to his comeback. This is not the same thing at all. Okay, you can argue with that. That's a great argument with Tyson Fury, but you can't compare that to Andy Ruiz's situation. Andy Ruiz was a guy that had a full training camp, took 1 week off for himself, for his family, which is a smart move, then went right back into training camp. So, he even looked better, honestly. So he was 100% when he came in, people. So I don't see, that, he's going to have longer time to prep. Well, that's an assumption, but he had enough time to prep. That's where I'm getting at. So I had to counterpunch that. So anyway, back to Abel Sanchez. Abel Sanchez states that, he's seen Anthony Joshua with the sponsorships, his endorsements, his own private jet. And a lot of people adore him. He has a fan base like no other, right? In the UK. He's sitting with the prince, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? And that's a big accomplishment. Very big. But then he also said that he's going to realize, and this loss will make him realize, that climbing through those ropes will make him pay, or get him, or actually pays the bills for him. Sorry. I feel that Abel Sanchez has seen Andy Ruiz because, of course, he was in his training camp. He trained with Andy Ruiz, in the Parker fight, for the Parker fight, and other fights, and to me, it's interesting to see Abel say this, but then again, it's not surprising because a lot of people, when Anthony Joshua lost, everybody wrote him off like a bad check with a twist. It's funny because it's like, oh, Anthony ain't shit. Anthony's chinny. Anthony, see, he was a hype job. He had so much build-up. And see, these are coming from who? Deontay Wilder fans. You know what I mean? A lot of people, the LDBC. And then in the same breath, they say all that. Then they say, oh, well, something wasn't right about it. Okay, so which one is it? Like, either he was in a hype job, he wasn't all that, he was this, that, and the other, and then you say, oh, it wasn't something, it wasn't, he wasn't right. It's a cover-up. I knew it was something strange about him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, they're lying about something. So you'll say that he was all that, but then say in the same breath that it was something wrong with him. So you trying to discredit his promoter, and I know that's why they're doing it. They're trying to discredit the prep of the camp. They're trying to discredit the promoter, and that's why they're doing it. Oh, well, you know, Eddie Hearn's full of shit. He's hiding something. But then you'll quickly say, oh, well, he wasn't shit anyway. He was a hype job. You know what I mean? An overrated fighter. Just because he gets beat by a guy that had a difficult style for Anthony Joshua. You know? Oh, he's chinny. Okay, if he's chinny, that means he's like Amir Khan, right? So there you go. That's a chinny person. No doubt about it. So that means that every punch that Andy Ruiz threw buckled him. No. He took a lot of those punches from Andy Ruiz. Okay? But Andy Ruiz took some back. And we act like Anthony Joshua couldn't hurt Ruiz. We're acting like this shit's 90-10 instead of 50-50 or 60-40. You know? Now, I admit, I think that Ruiz will be more confident in the next fight. You know? But that could be a good or bad thing for Andy Ruiz. You know, what Abel Sanchez is saying, that he thinks he's going to buckle down and realize, hey, boxing is how I got all this other shit. And I'm going to capitalize on this fight and put a 100% focus on Ruiz instead of whatever percent I put on him. And if you're up spending time at 3 in the morning watching his shit at 3 in the morning the day before, you didn't put 100% preparation into the fight. Bottom line, counterpunched. Okay? So it is interesting to see Abel Sanchez see that, or say that rather. And, you know, I know it's going to raise some headlines, but, you know, it makes a lot of sense. You know, we will see what Anthony Joshua is made out of. You know, do I agree with Abel Sanchez? You know, he could be right. I mean, this is just his opinion. I think we will see on the day, because all these camps that Anthony Joshua's in, he is just claimed to be in so good of shape. Yeah, he looks good, you know, but one thing I know by now, that if something was wrong, you won't know about it. You know what I'm saying? If he had a broke toe, you ain't gonna know about that damn broke toe. You're not gonna know about anything that happens in this camp derogatory or negative. Okay, you're just not going to hear it. And then that's what I've figured out about the whole thing. The rumors and all this, some of it may be true, some of it might not be true. However, we see the evidence, you know, put in front of us or whatnot. Either way, everybody will deny everything or anything that was said derogatory towards AJ. So we're not going to know. So for all we know, that the only way we're going to know he's in shape on how he performs on that day. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on it. You guys tell me what you think about Abel Sanchez's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.